show. So let's get into my sound off. How do I start this, man? So this one is not going this. Before I actually get to Lamar Jackson, because we'll get to that later in the show. I don't want to put a time cap on that. I love being right. When you have a platform like we have here on I'm Not Gonna Hold You, and we have people who look forward to what I say, I appreciate everybody who looks forward to even caring about my dumbass opinions. But as I always say, and shout out my guy Big Waz of the Ringer, we always say this: life is about being right, and I love being fucking right. I said all season that we cannot count out Patrick Mahomes. He has no peers. You know, when you're bringing up all these other names, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, those guys are not his equal. We are in the middle of the Kansas City Chiefs era. Do I think it's a dynasty? They are one win away from being. And that was the topic that we had on the very first episode of this new and improved I'm Not Gonna Hold You way back at the end of August, where everybody's wondering, is this a dynasty? And we said they had to get one more. They are one win away from officially becoming that dynasty. 6 straight AFC championship appearances. This is the 4th Super Bowl for this team. Patrick Mahomes. Let's just look at Patrick Mahomes' resume. Last night, Patrick Mahomes tied Peyton Manning for the most playoff wins with 14. Him and Peyton Manning both have 14. He is currently the first quarterback in NFL history to ever start 4 Super Bowls before the age of 30. He is only the 3rd QB in the history of the NFL to start 4 Super Bowls in a 5-season span, joining the one and only GOAT Tom Brady, and of course joining Buffalo Bills Jim Kelly, which he unfortunately did not get any of those Super Bowls, but we're not here to shit on them. We just wanted to make that observation. And he is 14 wins behind Tom Brady. As far as playoff wins, Tom Brady has 35, and he is only 2 behind Joe Montana. Joe Montana is number 2 with 16. And we can even look at Travis Kelce, man. Travis Kelce is an all-time tight end. He's in that greatest of all-time tight end conversation already. Last night, he tied Jerry Rice in playoff receptions. And when you look at guys who catch the football, Jerry Rice is the standard bearer for what you look at when you're looking at guys like that. And he already tied him. He's only 6 touchdowns behind Jerry Rice as far as passing him for the most playoff touchdowns. Now, whether he passed that or not, we don't even know if Kelsey's going to play more towards, going forward. And then just look at this. We're going to talk about, GOATs and things like that later on this show. Tom Brady is the GOAT. But I just want to give y'all some stats. Through the age of 28, regular season wins, Patrick Mahomes has 74, Tom Brady has 58. Now, I'm very, very well known that wins are not a QB stat, but stay with me. Playoff wins through 28, Mahomes has 14, Brady had 10. Super Bowl appearances, Mahomes is on his 4th, Brady had 5. Super Bowl wins, Brady had 3 at the time. Pat has 2, could have 3 in a couple weeks. In the Super Bowl MVPs, they're tied at 2 so far. NFL MVPs, this is the difference right here. NFL MVPs is where Pat has them as 2 compared to Brady's 0, man. And this is something where if there's anybody who can, give Brady a run for his legacy, I guess you want to say it is Patrick Mahomes, because he's doing stuff early in his career that Tom Brady didn't really do till later on. Like, I don't want to call Tom Brady a manager in his first 3 championships because he was a big part of it, but he was definitely learning on the job. He wasn't as electric and wasn't winning games because of he just, slid in a great, situation, and later on became who we said he would become later on. So that's something right there that we need to look at. And then also, man, what I said that I love being right is because I told y'all. I told y'all this is going to happen. I know people are tired of greatness. I know some people are like, the Patriots always win. Why are we always doing this? You got to appreciate it while you're watching it, man. This is the type of shit I like. I always root for the villain. And when people kept saying the thing of, Patrick Mahomes can't win on the road. They've never been on the road. One, it was stupid. Just like Dante said, you act like they don't play in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, which is one of the coldest places during the winter. That was just another notch on his belt to, this is something that can get me motivated and beat y'all. And he went on there, went home, beat, a top team in the Miami Dolphins, knocked out Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, then knocked out the Baltimore Ravens. And the Baltimore Ravens, great year. And I didn't understand all the stuff I was seeing in the media this week. I love Mina Kimes. I love Mina Kimes. She's one of the best NFL analysts out there. I actually would love to have her on the show one day. But when she said that the Chiefs have to play an all-time game to win this, I didn't understand that. I was like, no, they don't. The Ravens would have to play an all-time game to beat them. Because when it comes to mano-a-mano, it comes to who's the better quarterback. And everybody who wants to put Lamar Jackson in these conversations, y'all need to shut up, at least for the time being. Now, I'm not saying that Lamar can't get in these conversations because he still is, 25, 26 years old like that. He still has time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can do that. But at this very moment, he's not that guy who's going to come up toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. The Ravens defense did their job. They held Mahomes, Kelsey, that offense to 0 points in the second half, did not score at all. And there comes a time where you got to step up and say, oh, I'm the MVP. I'm finna be 2-time MVP. We're home. It's a chance to go to Super Bowl, and I'm going to do it. And Lamar Jackson didn't come up to the plate and do it, man. And we got to stop making excuses. And this has nothing to do. People out there think that I hate Lamar Jackson. I don't hate Lamar Jackson. Why when you always have a criticism about somebody, you automatically hate? We got to have equal opportunity here, man. If we can go up here and shit on Josh Allen last week, which everybody did, and rightfully so, because he didn't come up and do enough. We said last week, was he the reason that they lost? No, Josh Allen wasn't the reason that they lost. But he didn't make enough plays. He didn't make enough plays, and Lamar Jackson didn't make enough plays. He, was throwing ducks, throwing too high, throwing too low, putting his guys in bad situations. We can go up here and blame Zay Flowers for that Superman fly, from the 5-yard line he did. But if Lamar would have thrown a better ball, that would have been an easy touchdown. So there's different things that we got to stop giving people passes just because we like them. You know what I'm saying? Just because you like Lamar Jackson and saying shit, oh, the NFL's rigged. The NFL wants Taylor Swift. If you think the NFL needs promo from Taylor Swift, you have not been paying attention. Does the promo help? Of course it does. She's Taylor fucking Swift. And we'll get into that later in the fucking show too. But this is something where he didn't cut the mustard. He didn't step up to the plate. And if you're going to go up here and say what people been saying for weeks, he's in the same tier as Patrick Mahomes, then he should have went head-to-head and beat that nigga at home. Because I'm going to let you know right now, that was his best chance. Him, Josh Allen, everybody else. If you didn't have a chance to beat him this year, you're never going to beat him. Because that Kansas City front office is going to spend every dollar on pass catchers this offseason. Every dollar. And that's all I'm saying. Let's just have equal opportunity here. We got to keep it real. Stop, yelling, oh, it was rigged, or oh, that was a flag. No, it wasn't a flag. The nigga threw in triple coverage. There was no reason to get that pass off, man. So stop with it and just acknowledge greatness when you see it. That Patrick Mahomes is one of them guys. It's his yard, and it's gonna be like that for the very near future, man.
That paper on this player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna